From focusing on the military bases to figuring out the Mulder and Scully vibes, Season 3 of Resident Alien will be insane, but fans have even wilder theories. At first, is that Darcy might go against Harry to save the planet. Well, alright, I know that she might be a bit off in knowing what Harry's true identity is. You know, think he's a dinosaur and all, but still, that gives her a reason to think the world is in danger. So it would make sense if she initially wants to cause some kind of harm to our beloved alien, even if we don't want to see it. I mean, I can't imagine that she'd want to run away now, especially since we saw her character arc in the Season 2 finale of legit running toward the danger. But not going to lie, until the first shock gets resolved, it's going to be somewhat bittersweet seeing her and Harry's bond change.
I don't know why, I just have a really good feeling about this.
You're smiling so big, it's kind of...
I mean, come on. They're kind of besties, Your Honor, and I think we've all become used to the unique humor they brought to the show. Though you got to admit, it'd make for an interesting storyline if this hardcore bartender thinks she needs to go against an alien. And what makes this theory even more likely is that she's certainly not going to go back to skiing at this point, right? The showrunner, Chris Sheridan, has at least confirmed that part in an interview with Parade.com. So even though that had made her happy at some point, this might give her character a sense of purpose, however unnecessary it might seem to us. And with this reveal, you've got to ask, are more people going to find out Harry's identity in Season 3? Well, it'll honestly depend on how high stakes the show is willing to go, cause I'm sure we can all imagine, once the government genuinely understands who they're working with, there's no going back. But is it time to lift the curtains yet? I mean, more so than the little group we've already got, cause as far as Sheraton is concerned, he's always known what a big point in the story it'll be whenever Harry reveals his identity. So although the showrunners got an idea about how most of the characters would react, he's alright to let this plot wait, which is genuinely valid. You don't want to rush this, right?
Your breath smells like corn and kerosene.
I would do anything.
But that doesn't mean there isn't someone who could figure out the truth in Season 3. Now, if you're part of the fandom, you know there's one character that's just on the edge of knowing the truth. It's almost at the back of her mind, but of course, you wouldn't just call out someone for being an alien. That said, it's very likely that Season 3 will include Deputy Liv finding out the truth about Harry. And don't you guys think that this would be the perfect step forward in the story? After all, our alien is certainly about to need some allies. Still, I'm sure that if Liv does find out, her reaction is just going to be, "You mother trucker," or something like that. Though speaking of the government, we are probably getting a very shady military base as well. Cause, come on, when have the officials in anything sci-fi been understanding of aliens?
Thank you for believing me. And I'm sorry you had to break the law to lie to the police.
Don't be sorry, because I didn't. Those two, they weren't real cops. There's no Lieutenant Megan at Braddock.
Oh my God.
So now I need you to tell me who you think they really were.
And I guess sometimes it's for good reasons. But now that the show has finally introduced the infamous military underground base, there are so many possibilities for where we're going. I mean, Sheridan even said it himself. Is it a production nightmare to make an OG military base? Yes, but is there any limit to their imagination? No. See, we're just going off of theories for these underground experiment labs, or underground weapon cells. So this is like Inception. Either way, now that McAllister and Harry are going to cooperate, I'm sure we'll see a lot more of this set in Season 3. McAllister is going to try and use Harry's knowledge to learn as much as possible about the purpose of the Greys' presence, though whether that means our alien knows every detail of the government's plan, well, we're going to have to wait and see, even if I'm sure most of us can guess what type of dynamic this is going to become, in which case, we're heading for a much bigger conflict for the end of this season. Since it's one thing to make an alien your ally, it's a completely different game if they're going to try to double-cross him. But again, we'll see how cliche this storyline plans to get. Cause right now, the government could also give us some new information on the show's aliens. Also, maybe even introduce some new ones.
The truth is, he told me that you knew. He even said that it was your idea.
What? He said that?
Yes. He called me.
Yep, we've already got crumbs of characters that are bringing chaos for the next season, starting with, of course, our resident alien himself, Harry, played by Alan Tudyk. With him, we've got Sarah Tomko returning as our insanely reliable nurse. But maybe as the new center of Season 3, we'll have Linda Hamilton playing General McAllister and Alex Barema as Lieutenant Logan, cause now both of them have got the alien they'd been searching for in Patience. And though they'd started on a rough patch with Harry, which is a very big understatement, their working together is promised to bring in drama. Come on! First off, I'm pretty sure no one expects this partnership to last for long, especially after A, Harry tried to kill McAllister, and B, what happens after? Like after they are hopefully able to learn more about their enemy and save humanity.
Did you tell your alien tracker friend where I live so he could come to my house and put me in a cage?
I didn't tell him, I swear.
I don't believe you.
That's because you're always lying, so you think everyone else is too.
You lie too, just like me, and steal.
Are we on good ground with aliens now, without wanting to do some research on them? Or is McAllister respectfully going to ask Harry to leave, especially since it seems like Sheriff Mike Thompson, or Corey Reynolds, is about to look deeper into the weird disappearance of the alien tracker, with his comedy partner Liv Baker, which makes me question, how much will Mike let himself believe in the truth, since he's already pretty sure there's something fishy going on in this town, but though it's right underneath his nose. Aliens? No way. And genuinely, that's been one of the funniest things of the whole show, cause this man will believe in almost anything. Sheraton has even said as much. He'll go into fairy lore or catch up on the latest Bigfoot news, but when it comes to aliens, no way, man. I guess the show's irony is breaking the fourth wall in that case. But either way, that makes it interesting, cause he's going to be working with Liv, and I feel like she's a lot closer to accepting the truth if she sees it, not like the people who refuse to believe ghosts could be real, even if there's evidence. Which honestly leaves these two toe-to-toe with each other in the race for who's going to be the next one who knows Harry's secret. Maybe because of the sheriff, there's a rift between our alien and Liv, even if we don't want to see it. But through everything, there's a key player that we've all got to keep in mind. I'm talking about the Grey's Joseph, the perfect image of what is he going to do now. And trust me, don't expect that stress to go anywhere in Season 3, because he's still there keeping an eye on Harry, especially since his curiosity will now certainly be piqued about why Harry didn't leave the pod when he was told to, or why McAllister has had a change of heart. Both parts will hopefully be answered, but I do think we might have some difficulty with that as this season has been cut down to 8 episodes. Still, with so many plots, it's clear that Sheraton has a lot of stories he wants to tell. But whether the network is going to greenlight a 4th or 5th season, we'll have to see. Right now, Joseph is in the lead for being a true villain for the show, simply because he doesn't seem as attached to the greater good as McAllister. Though whether that's true, we'll find out. And those are the fan theories about Season 3 of Resident Alien. We'll see you next time.